All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, time for Can-Am Duel number 2 under the lights here at Daytona, Season 3 of the NAPRA Holley HP Cup Series. And our starting lineup is as follows. Starting on the pole will be the outside pole sitter for the 500, rookie Ian Dutta, driving the E.J. Wade Foundation Ford. On his outside is going to be Devin Becker in the Haas Automation Monster Energy Ford. Starting third is another rookie contender, Robert Kubat, driving the Pennsylvania Lottery Chevy. And to his outside is Kyle Matthews in the Kings Island Chevy. Next row down consists of Johnny Gardner in the Interstate Batteries Chevy. To his outside, Jonathan Fitzwater in the Snickers Ford. Next row down is going to be rookie Garrett Sidnor in the Reddit Impala. And to his outside is JT Bryant in the Shell Pennzoil Ford. Next row down is going to consist of rookie JD Scott in the Arctic Toyota number 98. To his outside, also another rookie, and that is Daniel Olson in the Super 8 Motels Ford. Next, another rookie contender driving the Hardee's Retro Cagliaro Ford, and that is Matthew Johnson. And to his outside, another rookie contender, Paul Minnick in the Advocare Ford. Next, we have Randy Claflin in the Red Robin Ford. Randy makes the switch from Chevy to Ford this year. And to his outside is LJ Toledo in the Nationwide Chevrolet. Next row, we have another rookie, Daniel Voiles, in the Retro Johnny Benson Cheerios Ford. And to his outside, in the only Nissan in the field, we have Jordan Anderson in the Mountain Dew Pitch Black Nissan. Next row down, we have Dylan Poteet in the Miller Lite Ford. And to his outside, in the Morgan Shepherd 50th Anniversary Impala, Quentin Moore. Next row down, rookie Charles Sanford in the Aris Toyota. And to his outside, Philip Goldberg in the M&M's Camry. And shotgun on the field in another Lincoln, which, as I said in last night's race, makes its debut this season. And that's the Tasty Cake Lincoln, driven by Cat Tellier. Now, this particular race will determine the outside row starting positions for the 500. So depending on where you finish will be where you start on the outside row, which will be the even numbered positions. Let's go and get the command.
Drivers, start your engine!
And the command has been given. 30 laps the distance. There weren't any pit stops in the first duel last night. Let's see if there'll be any in tonight's. And as long as Ian Dutta can bring the car home in one piece, he will lock in as the outside pole sitter for the Daytona 500. Again, that beautiful black C7 Corvette paces the field. As they come on to the backstretch, looks like everybody rolled off without any problem. And they are, as I said, racing for positions 4 through 42. Because as long as Ian Dutta has no issues, he will start second. 30 laps the distance. And last night's race, we saw some moves made towards the end of the race, but if you're starting more towards the rear, I think you definitely are going to want to make moves as early as possible to try to get towards the front, because 30 laps goes by in a hurry at 200 plus miles an hour. I run this track unrestricted, so they're averaging around 245 at the end of the backstretch and about 240 at the end of the front stretch. Average laps usually about 225 miles an hour, and 30 laps will run quick. Pair of Fords on the front row, pair of Chevys on the second row. Let's see if the Fords hook up with each other, and maybe the Chevys hook up with each other to try to get to the front. Pace car gets ready to make that hard left turn onto pit road. As Larry McReynolds would say, let's reach up and pull those belts tight one more time. Pace car makes the turn. Now the race is under the command of Ian Dutta, and we are racing. Wow, what a start Ian Dutta got. He looked like John Force leaving the line there as he takes to the outside and hooks up with the Haas Monster Ford of Devin Becker. So the two Fords indeed do hook up with each other. Robert Kubat slots into third. We have a lot of rookies in the series this year. 18 of the 42 starters are rookies. And it looks like Ian Dutta is going to indeed lead the first lap, but anything can happen. And he does indeed lead the first lap, but there is still a lot of racing left to do. Kubat looks to the inside of Becker for second. He's going to take the Pennsylvania Lottery Chevrolet into second, but he's not done yet. He wants to lead as Becker bounces it off the wall. Dutta down low, Kubat up high. They've kind of made a little bit of a breakaway by being nose to tail and most everybody else being side by side. Ian Dutta leads lap number 2. And we'll take a quick trip back through the field. Starting from the rear where we find the Tasty Cake Lincoln of Cat Tellier battling with Quentin Moore, who bounces the Morgan Shepherd 50th anniversary Impala off the wall. There's a couple of cars bouncing off the wall there. Cat goes to the inside, picks up 3, maybe 4 positions here before the end of the backstretch as she goes by the Shell Pennzoil Ford of J.T. Bryant. Then we have Paul Minnick, Philip Goldberg, Jordan Anderson, L.J. Toledo, Charles Sanford, Johnny Gardner, Matt Johnson, Daniel Voiles, and he runs 10th. Randy Claflin runs 9th. Kyle Matthews, J.D. Scott, Devin Becker, Garrett Sidnor, Jonathan Fitzwater, Robert Kubat, and still the leader, Ian Dutta. Let's go on board with rookie Robert Kubat as he is trying to take that lead, and we're going to go inside the Pennsylvania Lottery Chevrolet. He looks to the inside. Will he get the lead going into 3? He does. He'll clear the E.J. Wade Foundation Ford, and Robert Kubat will take the lead. And a fairly healthy lead he got too, as I believe Ian Dutta bounced it off the wall. But being that far out front at a place like Daytona is not necessarily where you want to be, because as the pack hooks up nose to tail, they'll run you down in a quick hurry. Pace car failed there, sorry about that. Now we have Jonathan Fitzwater in second. Dutta falls into third. Garrett Sidnor fourth. J.D. Scott fifth. Devin Becker sixth. Randy Claflin seventh. Matt Johnson eighth. Kyle Matthews ninth. Charles Sanford in 10th. Daniel Voiles 11th. Johnny Gardner 12th. L.J. Toledo 13th, Philip Goldberg 14th, 15th is Paul Minnick, 16th Cat Tellier, 17th Jordan Anderson, 18th Daniel Olson, 19th J.T. Bryant, 20th Dylan Poteet, and 21st is Quentin Moore. As we go back to the leader, Robert Kubat. And they complete lap number 7. As they come onto the backstretch, let's crank it up. Well, looks like we've had a spin. Question is, did we end up under caution? I don't believe that we did. And Kubat all of a sudden loses 3 spots and slots into 4th. Looks like he smacked the wall. But let's see if we end up under caution. Let's see who it was that might have spun. That would be Kyle Matthews. We, I believe, managed to stay green because I do not see the pace car coming out of pit road, and it does not, so we do stay green. But let's go back and take a look at what happened to Kyle Matthews. As he was running 9th at the time. Looks like Randy Claflin hit the wall, and that spun, then came down into Kyle Matthews, who does a little bit of a spin. Shoves the Kings Island Chevrolet into 1st gear and takes off. No harm, no foul on that one, except for the fact that he's now lost the draft. And we go back to live. And Jonathan Fitzwater is now our race leader with 19 laps to go. Rookie J.D. Scott with an impressive run as he slots the Arctic Toyota into 4th position. And considering his start, which was 9th, I believe, he's made quite an improvement, as has rookie Garrett Sidnor, who started 7th. He's now on 2nd. And we'll take a quick trip back through the field. There's Kyle Matthews. Looks like Jordan Anderson has lost the draft and the pitch black Nissan as well. JT Bryant, Philip Goldberg, Paul Minnick, Daniel Olson, Quentin Moore, Dylan Poteet, Charles Sanford, Randy Claflin. Kat Tellier now runs 11th, and considering she started shotgun on the field, that's a great improvement. Then we have a battle for 10th between Daniel Voiles and Johnny Gardner. And Voiles, with that high side momentum, will take the 9th position away. Then we have LJ Toledo, another rookie, in 8th. Devin Becker 7th. Matt Johnson in 6th. Robert Kubat 5th. Ian Dutta 4th. J.D. Scott 3rd. Looking for 2nd on Jonathan Fitzwater. And Garrett Sidnor is your race leader. And let's take a ride on the roof cam of the Reddit Impala. And that's just what you want to see as the race leader. You want to see nothing but clear racetrack in front of you, but at Daytona, that's not necessarily a good thing because the draft does play a factor here. Let's check out his top speed at the end of the back straightaway. 238 miles an hour. And we are halfway home as they cross the line. 15 down, 15 to go. As I stated earlier, they're competing for the outside row starting positions in the 500. From 4th on back. As long as Ian Dutta brings that E.J. Wade Foundation Ford home in one piece. The Impala this year makes its debut. The Nissan Maxima makes its debut. And the Lincoln makes its debut. Last night, the new Taurus body style made its debut with Josh Sekuli. So there's a few different vehicles making their debut this season. Rookie J.D. Scott making an impressive run in the Arctic Toyota. He is running the 2017 model. Charles Sanford and Philip Goldberg and a couple of the other drivers are running the 2018 model Camry. Last season, Buick made its debut in the series and continues in the series this season with Chris Dollerton in the Liberty University Buick. Last year it was the Quaker State Buick driven by James Qualls, who has decided to sit out this season. Hopefully we'll see him back next season. A little bit of a breakaway, the top 3 cars. Followed by Ian Dutta in a bit of a distant 4th position, and then a battle for 5th between Matt Johnson and Robert Kubat. As Fitzwater is looking for the lead on Garrett Sidnor into 3. And he will get it. But maybe not. Oh, are they going to go 3 wide? No, they do not. Garrett Sidnor with that high line and the momentum will manage to maintain the lead. Although Fitzwater's not ready to give up yet, he's looking into 1. Sidnor slams the door. Oh, and bounces the Snickers Ford off the wall, which allows rookie J.D. Scott to take over 2nd. Ian Dutta will take 3rd. Fourth right now is Robert Kubat. 5th, Matt Johnson. 6th, L.J. Toledo. 7th, Johnny Gardner. A battle for 8th between Devin Becker and Kat Tellier. And Becker maintains the 8th position. Excuse me, 10th position. I'm kind of screwing up where these cars are running, so let's go back to the beginning here. Okay, Sidnor is your leader. Scott runs 2nd. 3rd is Dutta. 4th, Jonathan Fitzwater. 5th, Matt Johnson. 6th is Robert Kubat. 7th, L.J. Toledo. 8th, Johnny Gardner. 9th, Devin Becker. Holding the 10th position at the moment is Kat Tellier, although she's under battle with Charles Sanford, and he's going to take that position. Then Daniel Voiles, who's going to take 11th, and it looks like Randy Claflin may take 12th as Kat bounces the Tasty Cake Lincoln off the wall. going to be 14th will be Devin Becker. 15th, Quentin Moore. 16th is going to be Philip Goldberg. 17th, Daniel Olson. 18th, JT Bryant. 19th, Paul Minnick. 20th position is Jordan Anderson. And 21st is going to be Kyle Matthews. And as I come back to the front of the field, we have a battle for the lead. Garrett Sidnor retaking the lead. In the Reddit Dog Ecoin Impala. And that is run out of AS Racing, along with the 05 car that are owned by John Arndt. An Impala won duel number 1. Let's see, will the Impala make the clean sweep in their debut season? We'll find out in about 6 more laps. Let's see who the fastest lap of the race has been turned in by so far, and that would be Jonathan Fitzwater at a 225.045. Race average right now, 221.579. JD Scott looking to the inside of the Reddit Impala. He wants to put that Toyota out front, and he will do so. So a rookie takes the lead, the Arctic Toyota. Let's ride on the rear bumper of the Arctic Toyota. Field fairly well spread out. Let's go on the front bumper. Again, what your leader likes to see, and that is blank, clear racetrack in front of him. But as I've already stated, that's not necessarily a good thing at a place like Daytona, because if you get cars hooked up in a draft, they can go by you quick. 5 laps to go. Sidnor looks to the inside. He wants the lead again from the Arctic Toyota. He wants to give Impalas a clean sweep in the duels. It's a Chevy, a Toyota, followed by 3 Fords in the top 5. Rookie Matt Johnson having an impressive run. After starting 11th, he's find himself slotted into the 4th position. Let's see where Kat Tellier's running. She started dead last. She's now 12th, so she's made a 9-position gain. And the cars of J.D. Scott and Jonathan Fitzwater have once again caught our leader, Garrett Sidnor. And when they come by this time, it'll be 2 laps to go. Can Garrett Sidnor give Impala a clean sweep in the duels? I don't know. J.D. Scott looking to the inside. Sidnor slams the door there. As they come onto the backstretch. Now Fitzwater's looking at taking second from Scott. No, he slots back in behind the Arctic Toyota. And we'll ride on board the roof cam of the Reddit Impala, and you will see what he sees. As the starter is going to be waving the white flag over the roof of the Reddit Impala. And there it is, 1 lap to go. Can Garrett Sidnor hold on and give Impala a clean sweep? We'll find out in about 1/2 lap as they come onto the backstretch, with Scott and Fitzwater trying to battle each other. That's going to give Sidnor a bit of a lead as they come into turn 3. I don't think anybody's going to have enough time. Off of turn 4 and into the tri-oval. And Garrett Sidnor is going to win Duel number 2, giving the Impala in its debut a clean sweep in the Can-Am Duels, as he is our winner. He will start in position 4 in the 500. Followed by J.D. Scott, Jonathan Fitzwater, Matt Johnson, Ian Dutta, L.J. Toledo, Charles Sanford, Robert Kubat, Johnny Gardner, Devin Becker, Randy Claflin, Kat Tellier, Daniel Voiles, Dylan Poteet, Quentin Moore, Philip Goldberg, Daniel Olson, J.T. Bryant, Paul Minnick, Jordan Anderson, and Kyle Matthews. So, Garrett Sidnor will start 4th, Scott 6th, Fitzwater 8th, Johnson 10th, Toledo 12th, Sanford 14th, Kubat 16th, Gardner 18th, Becker 20th, Claflin 22nd, Kat Tellier 24th, Daniel Voiles 26th, matching his car number. Dylan Poteet will start 28th, Quentin Moore 30th, Philip Goldberg 32nd, Daniel Olson 34th, J.T. Bryant 36th, Paul Minnick 38th, Jordan Anderson 40th, and Kyle Matthews, after that spin, will start shotgun on the field in the Daytona 500, which is coming up. Don't miss it.